Yeah, man. Snacks on motherfucking. Snacks on motherfucking sports on their ass. You know what I'm saying? Snacks on sports. I'm back with another one. You know what I'm saying? On this one, man, we finna talk about this NBA, this top 10 list, man. Top 10 list going crazy on them motherfucking hoes. Top 10 list going crazy on them hoes, man. So what we finna do right here is go back, way back in the time. Nah, man, Steph, them Dubs, man, them Warriors, man, right? They just they just won number 4 for that era, for this era. You know what I mean? The franchise got 7 in total, but they just won their 4th in 8 years, right? Steph was already considered an all-time great, but now it's talk about the boy. You know what I'm saying? It's talk about the boy being in the top 10, or you know what I mean? Has he has he entered the top 10 now? You know what I mean? With that 4th ring, finally got the Finals MVP. That shit wasn't that Finals MVP shit don't mean nothing. It's more important to win the championship. That's the fuck you want to do. You want to win the championship. Fuck that Finals MVP. That's just extra shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas fuck the game up with that shit. You know what I'm saying? With um making the finals MVP like it's the end all be all. Like that the finals MVP was never a thing until Kevin Durant came over here to the Warriors and he ended up getting those finals MVP. Well, actually it kind of started in 15 with Iguodala. But it still was that was our first ring, you know what I'm saying? That was our first championship. So it still wasn't a thing yet. It wasn't like in 2015 when the Warriors won that first championship and Iguodala won the MVP. I kind of remember kind of like having a subtle thought like oh, I thought Steph was gonna get it, but I never thought like, oh, you know what I mean, Steph didn't get it, so he a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? And because Andre Iguodala got it, he the best player on the team or whatever. Like if you watching the game, if you know basketball, you know that's not the case. So that's kind of when it started, because usually a player of Steph's caliber wins the final MVP, or before they got their 4th one, when they out of 3 championships, you would think before they got their 4th, you would think that Steph would have at least 1 or 2 of those finals MVPs. Now, not every superstar player has gotten the finals MVP when they won a championship. You know what I mean? Like Magic got, I believe, 3 finals MVPs, but he got 5 rings. You know what I'm saying? So 2 other times somebody else won the finals MVP. Same with Larry Bird. Cedric Maxwell got one of those finals MVPs. He got 3 rings, but I believe Larry Bird got 2 finals MVPs. So somebody else got, Cedric Maxwell got the other one. I may be wrong. I got to look it up. I don't know for sure. But Larry Bird might only have 1 finals MVP. But whatever. But I think he got 2. I just got to check on that. I'm not all the way for sure. But I know Cedric Maxwell got 1 for sure. Same way with Kareem. He didn't get all the finals MVPs. Jordan got all the finals MVPs. When he played, he was by far the best player. So he got those MVPs. LeBron has gotten all 4 of the finals MVPs when he's played. Deservingly so. So I mean, I could say in 2016, Kyrie, you know what I'm saying? Kyrie had just as big as an impact in that series as LeBron. If y'all remember in Game 5, they both had 41. the game that in Game 5 of the 2016 Finals when Draymond was suspended. They both went for 41 that game. You know what I'm saying? And then Game 6, I do remember LeBron James being a little more dominant. You know what I'm saying? I don't remember the counting stats for him. You know what I mean? At the end of that game, but to offset that, in Game 7, Kyrie hit the shot. I know what was, oh, well, LeBron James had a block. Man, fuck that block. Man, that block, that shit don't mean, if Kyrie don't hit that shot, that block don't mean a motherfucking thing. So I don't want to hear shit about that damn block. Fuck that damn block. That shit don't mean nothing. If Kyrie don't make that shot over Steph, and we come back down there and do make a shot, that block don't mean shit. It only means something because Kyrie ended up hitting the game winner. So, to win a championship. So, but anyway, LeBron James got all the finals MVPs for every time he's won the championship. Maybe for that little fake ass bubble chip, it was an argument for Anthony Davis. Whatever. We can even go. I can even take it to football. You know what I mean? To the NFL. Tom Brady got 7 rings. Now I believe he got. I know he got four Super Bowl MVPs for sure. He might have 5, but Deion Branch got one of them early ones from one of the first 3 rings that the Patriots got. He got one of them first. He got one of them first Super Bowl MVPs out of the 3 Super Bowls that they won in 01, 03, and 04. And then Julian Edelman got the Finals MVP in 2018. You know what I'm saying? 2018. So there's precedent for the best player on the team not winning the Finals MVP or the Super Bowl MVP or whatever. I'm saying all that to say that the Finals MVP shit, it never was a thing before Steph Curry, bro. Never. It was never a thing to where it's like, oh, it's just Finals MVP is just like a icing on the cake, bro. It should not count more than winning the actual championship and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I say all that to say, finally, for y'all, he didn't need to get no Finals MVP for me, but for you bitch niggas, you know what I'm saying? Steph got the 4th ring, got the 4th championship, and he finally got the Finals MVP. So now it's been talks of, you know, it's Steph, along with everything else that he's done. Y'all got to remember, this year he broke the 3-point record. He's the all-time leading 3-point king. Okay, that was inevitable anyway, but you know what I mean? It just happened this year. He revolutionized the game of basketball, just completely changed the game. You know what I mean? And I would say, you know, only players like Shaq, not Shaq too, but I'm going to say Will Chamberlain, Jordan, Steph, Allen Iverson on a cultural standpoint, like changed the game. You know what I'm saying? The basketball. It's not a lot of like LeBron is an all-time great player. He ain't changed the game of basketball. You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't revolutionize the game and no shit. Kobe is my second all-time favorite player all time and shit. You know what I'm saying? Or I have Kobe second all time on my all-time NBA top 10 list. But he didn't revolutionize the game of basketball. So it's something to be said for a nigga that comes in and his style of play actually, you know what I'm saying, changes the way the game is played. You know? So the fact that Steph Curry is, even if you don't have him in your top 10, the fact that he in the conversation now, you feel me, or the fact that he being talked about now, that's good enough. That's good enough. You know what I mean? Whether you got him at 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, he in that damn conversation now. So it's you know what I mean? But with that being said, I'm finna reveal mines though, you know what I'm talking about. I'm finna go ahead on to reveal mines. You did. So you feel me? I got so man, but it's real talk, bro. Like I've been hearing a lot of motherfuckers say this on FS1, ESPN, bro. It's real shit. Like niggas will put Steph in the top 10, But they not really saying who they taking out though. Now, a few niggas been saying who they taking out, but when niggas, it's true, when niggas say such and such is in the top 10, they really thinking of about 13 or 15 players. You know what I mean? And it's like, damn, you know what I mean? But for me, Steph in that bitch, man. Steph in that bitch. I don't give a damn. Somebody got to come out. Just because of everything I just said, all the shit he done did for the game since he done came in, Steph got to be in the top 10 now. He just got to be in the top 10, dog. You know what I mean? Like, so for me, I go like this. MJ, everybody know Michael Jordan the motherfucking GOAT, nigga. Yeah, I'm talking about Michael Jordan. I got MJ number 1. You feel me? I got Kobe number 2. To me, to motherfucking me, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Kobe is the second greatest player I've ever seen in my motherfucking life. And he's even more like, growing up, Michael Jordan was a favorite player of mine, but he wasn't like my favorite player. I grew up with, like, everybody liked Jordan, bro. Like, that was like, it was like by default, nigga, everybody fuck with Jordan. Who did not like Michael Jordan? So when I was growing up playing basketball, we all had other players that on top of Michael Jordan that was really like our favorite players, because Michael Jordan was a given. I don't know nobody that didn't fuck with Michael Jordan, bro. Everybody fuck with Jordan. You know what I'm saying? So for me growing up, BJ Armstrong, that's how I got the name BJ. That comes from BJ Armstrong, because Twin Calvin, shout out my nigga, Twin Calvin, from Calvin and Corey. You feel me? He the one started calling me BJ after me trying to, you know what I mean, model my whole game after BJ Armstrong. That was my role on the team. I was the BJ Armstrong of the team. Role player, I knew my role. I wasn't a star. You know what I'm saying? I was a role player. You know what I'm saying? Hey, spot up, hit that shot, hit that corner shot. Everybody knew I hit, you know what I mean? When it come to that corner shot, everybody knew I'm deadly from that corner shot. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to make that motherfucker off top. So, BJ Armstrong, Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson was my nigga. I wanted to be like motherfucking Allen Iverson, nigga. I didn't even want to be me, nigga. I wanted to motherfucking be him. You know what I'm saying? Like, Iverson just changed the whole, nigga, all the tattoos and the braids and all that shit. Iverson is the one that ushered that in, bro. AI, straight up. Everybody was trying to be like Iverson, bro. The whole hood. Iverson was the representation. He was the representative for young hood niggas that's playing basketball about the hood growing up. That was AI. You know what I'm saying? We was like, yeah. We trying to be like that nigga right there. You feel me? Come in, he got the tattoos, he ain't wearing the suits, he ain't wearing none of that. You know what I mean? He just coming in straight off the block. So, you know, Kobe, AI, and then Kobe was just, hey, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, Kobe, AI, BJ Armstrong, of course, Michael Jordan, and who else? I got a fifth one. I always BJ Armstrong, Allen Iverson. Oh, well, it's now, but yeah, Steph Curry is mine. But I'm just saying, growing up, and I even fucked with like motherfuckers like Reggie Miller. He was one of my favorite players. Y'all niggas don't even know who this nigga is. I'm finna say, but Todd Day. You know what I'm saying? If you grew up in the 90s, you know what I'm saying, you know about Todd Day. You know what I mean? Nigga, other motherfucker, Todd Day played for the Milwaukee Bucks. Richard Dumas, you know what I'm saying? He used to be on that dope, you know what I mean? But he overcame that, you know what I mean? Whatever situation may be. But he used to play for Phoenix Suns. You know what I mean? He was with, you know what I mean, when Charles Barkley was over there. Just a lot of different players, you know what I'm saying? Throughout, you know what I mean, throughout my childhood growing up that I used to fuck with outside of Michael Jordan. But Kobe was the closest thing I ever seen to Jordan. And a lot of times motherfuckers say that, they think a motherfucker saying, they think like a lot of times motherfuckers say that they saying his style of play. Like he mimicked and modeled his game after Michael Jordan. I'm not talking about that per se. I mean, yeah, he did, but to me, I don't think he did it purposely. You know what I mean? I think he did it like subconsciously. You know what I'm saying? Like Jordan was that nigga, and subconsciously he just kind of like played like him. But motherfuckers make it seem like he intentionally, purposely modeled his game to play and be exactly like Michael Jordan. I don't think that's the case. I just think that he looked up to him, you know what I mean? And like I said, just subconsciously his game ended up kind of modeling his game after Jordan, but not like, yeah, man, I'm finna go to the court, man. I gotta do it just like Michael Jordan. I gotta have the walk like him. I gotta chew gum like him. I gotta dribble through the leg like him. I gotta shoot. Even though a lot of that stuff he did do like Michael Jordan, I just like I said, I just think he just by watching him so much and being a fan of his and just, you know what I mean, aspiring to be as great as him, yeah, but not like wanting to like be exactly like him and shit. You feel me? But with my own eyes, he the closest thing I ever seen to Michael Jordan from the standpoint of just that killer instinct, being a straight killer and doing it over and over and over again. Like Kobe was just amazing, bro. Kobe was just like, you know what I mean? The nigga was just, I mean, damn. You know what I mean? Like, to just see a nigga just over and over again, hit a game winning shot after game winning shot. It just don't stop. Like, I seen this man Kobe just do this shit over and over again, bro. Just like, damn, this nigga's the shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's just pure greatness. So I got MJ number 1. I got Kobe number 2. Now a lot of motherfuckers got Kobe lower. I see some bogus ass ESPN lists like over the past year or two where they got Kobe like 9 and 10 and shit. Like, what Kobe Bryant was y'all talking about? Were y'all talking about the Kobe his last 3-4 years of his career? Okay, yeah, he might be the 10th greatest of all time then. But if you're talking about his whole damn career, it's no way you're gonna have Kobe Bryant at 9 or fucking 10. How, bitch? Fucking how? Did you not see this man grace the motherfucking court? The shit that he did on that damn hardwood? Y'all didn't catch that. I caught it. You some dumb son of a bitches. Jordan 1, Kobe 2, Magic Johnson 3. I got Magic Johnson 3rd on my list. Okay. Kareem, I got Kareem 4th on my list. Okay. I got Larry Bird 5 on my list. Okay. And like I said, this is my list. This Snax list. BJ the Snax. Okay. This ain't ESPN, FS1, NBA, you know, yeah, or your list. This is my list. So don't get mad at me because of where I got motherfuckers ranked on my personal list. This is my shit. You know what I'm saying? This is how I see it. You know what I'm saying? I got my reasonings for why. Now, my top 5 go Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan 1, Kobe Bryant 2, Magic Johnson 3, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar 4, and Larry Bird 5. That's my top 5. Now we go to number 6. Shaq Diesel. I got the motherfucking Diesel at number 6, nigga. Yeah. Yeah, bitch. You feel me? At number 7, the big motherfucking fundamental. You know what I'm talking about? Tim Damn Duncan. Yeah. Yeah. That's the nigga, dog. I got him number 7. At number 8, I know this is what y'all been waiting for. Like, oh, where is he? Where is he? How could he possibly? Now I got bitch ass LeBron James at number 8, nigga. Number 8. You feel me? And I'm going to give my reasoning why. Number 9, I got Bill Russell. And at number 10, Wardell Stephen Curry motherfucker. Okay? That's my top 10. Now I know y'all say, I know motherfucker like, he didn't say, yeah, man, it's hard when you're doing these lists, bro. Somebody got to come out. Everybody can't. Listen, all of these motherfuckers is all-time greats. To be on this list, or to even be talked about on this list, bro, is you are all time great, my nigga. Straight the fuck up. But if we gonna put somebody in, if I'm gonna put somebody in the list, somebody got to come out. It's just the way it is, dog. Somebody motherfucker got to come, and it's hard because, and see, that's what I'm saying. So then you got to start nitpicking. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I don't got Wilt in my top 10. I don't got Wilt in my top 10. That don't even sound right to say. I will admit that it don't even roll off the tongue right to say that Wilt Chamberlain ain't in my top 10 all time, right? But bro, as the years go by, as the motherfucking world turns, and as newer, great all-time players continue to, to play, I mean, as time go by, I mean, it ain't gonna just continue to be the same 10, from 20 years ago for the rest of eternity and shit. Nah, it's gonna be some new niggas that's gonna get up in there. And I know it's because it's like it's too new. It's like, damn, Steph Curry ahead of this or Steph Curry. I know it's hard to say, but you gotta think. See, we hold old shit in general, whether it's how shit used to be back in the day, the old day. Shit, top 10 career, top 10 career and top 10 player. You know what I'm saying? Top 10. I'm talking about top 10 player all time for Steph. But as far as top 10 career, that's something I gotta think about. But I mean, it's essentially the same thing. It's two different things. It can be two different things, my nigga. Off top, saying do somebody have a top 10 career or are they a top 10 player can be two different things. But it also could be the same damn thing. You know what I'm saying? So but we hold all old shit and shit that used to be, we hold it to a higher regard than whatever is new or whatever is going on right now. That's the reason why, we talk about rappers, if you gonna say a motherfucker like Kendrick or Drake or J. Cole, now I know they get them three rappers get they just do. But I'm saying if you was to say that somebody, one of those rappers is better than Ice Cube or, you know what I'm saying, KRS-One or somebody from that era, then the older heads from that era, not all of them, but most of them be like, man, get the fuck out of here. Because they attached to that era. Like it's something about, like, that's the era they grew up in. You know what I mean? So to say that some new nigga is better than this nigga over here, nah, that just ain't the motherfucking case. But when you put Steph Curry and for one, the nigga they not done. The Warriors ain't done. When you put Steph Curry in his career up against, other all-time greats, you know what I'm saying? It's starting to stack up. It's starting to stack the fuck up. So it's just hard for motherfucker to accept the fact that Steph is, whether you like it or not, he's rising on the all-time rankings. I mean, it just is. You know what I'm saying? So with Wilt, and so Chris Broussard, FS1, like, look, I be watching these shits. I don't take what I disagree with half the shit all these niggas be saying. But then at the same time, if I agree with something that these niggas is saying, you feel me? I'm not just gonna be like, oh, I'm not gonna act like I disagree with something that a motherfucker say just because they said some other shit that so let me how I'm trying to say this. So if somebody say something that I agree with, regardless of who it's from, even if it's a media member that I don't particularly care for and that say a lot of dumb shit, if they do say something that I do agree with, I'm not gonna act like, man, fuck that, because they said hella other shit that I don't agree with. Nah, I give them they just do. So Chris Broussard is a motherfucker that I agree with a lot of shit that he say, but I don't agree with everything that he say, because I don't agree with everything that no motherfucker say. You know what I'm saying? But he brought up, and see, this is the thing, and this is important. He brought up some shit about Wilt that I agree with, bro. Okay, so what he did, and it's kind of like similar to what I, how I did mine too. When because if I'm gonna take somebody, man, all the motherfuckers I just said, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Larry Bird, Shaquille O'Neal, Tim Duncan, LeBron James, Bill Russell, Will Chamberlain, Hakeem Olajuwon, Oscar Robertson, Isaiah Thomas, Kevin Durant, Julius Erving, like all of these players. You feel me? Damn, I forgot my train of thought. What the fuck I was getting ready to say, but what the fuck was I getting ready to say? I forgot. Anyway, man. So yeah, you basically what it is, man, is like when you on this level, when you on that level, when you that great, you got to start nitpicking. You just got to. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. So Chris Broussard brought up something that is I thought was very important. You know what I mean? As far as like because when you didn't see these players play, I didn't see Will Chamberlain play. You know what I'm saying? So it's easy to just go off of. I mean, I know the history of the game, and I know his history. I know how much of a dominant, him and Shaq is the most dominant force ever to play, in the league. But a lot of stuff that I didn't know is like the details and all the intricacies about why, because he did win 2 championships, but you would think that, now you got 2 championships. I'm not trying to shit on that. But when you compare it to other big men of his era, like they say that Wilt Chamberlain had a tendency to come up small in big games. That's what they said. Okay. And if you go back and what Chris Broussard did was he went back and looked at the counting numbers, the stats from a lot of those finals games that he played in. Okay. And what he did was, and so what we found out is that Wilt Chamberlain had finals games where he scored like 4 points twice, 8 points twice, 10, 11, 12 points in finals game. This is a man that averaged fucking 50 points in a season. His career average went from 30 points a game to so his career average is 30 points per game, some shit like that, right? It drops to 18 points per game in the finals. Like, bro, that's not good, right? So what Chris Broussard did was he said, take Wilt Chamberlain, drop him into 2020. Drop him into the times of now. If a man of Wilt Chamberlain's caliber, okay, who's scoring 100 points a game, all this other shit, averaging 50 points a game, this nigga was a motherfucking stat machine. Go look at Wilt Chamberlain numbers, bro, in his career. This man was a motherfucking mammoth, man. This nigga, I mean, in the history, I mean, this nigga's just all over the motherfucking history books. Records galore, right? But in the biggest games, when it's time to bring home a championship and you don't perform that way, imagine, not even in recent modern history, as far as the Jordan era, the Magic Johnson era, Larry Bird era, yes, you had the media and all that other shit, but now it's 24/7, 365, around the clock sports talk. Debate shows every fucking morning where on a Tuesday night, game 54 in the regular season, if you have a bad game, nigga, they killing you the next morning. Nigga, like you just scum of the earth. Don't even matter if you've been killing it your whole fucking career. So the criticism that the players get now, I talk a lot of shit about LeBron James. I can honestly say that LeBron James has been the most overly scrutinized player in NBA and probably in sports history, bro. Period, point blank. It's damn near not even close. Now, some of it he brought on himself. He brings on himself, but some shit, bro, it's like, bro, it's just fucking overboard, my nigga. So what I'm saying is what Chris Broussard did was he said, okay, if I drop Will Chamberlain into the modern day time right now with the type of media that we got right now, we got social media, we got, regular, normal media, the ESPNs and FS1s and sports talk radio and all that shit. And then you got, bloggers and, you got your Bleacher Reports and all those type of shits. Bro, drop Will Chamberlain into 2020 and let him play a finals game where he scored 8. Imagine LeBron James, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, Giannis Antetokounmpo in a fucking finals game scoring 4 points. Bro, they gonna get fucking murdered in the media, bro. I'm talking about murdered. This is what Will Chamberlain did. Okay? Bill Russell, just dominated him as far as like winning. Okay? And then he also said that I can't remember if it was Moses Malone. I think it was Moses Malone. Was it Moses Malone or no? Not Moses Malone. Willis Reed, I believe. Willis Reed gave Will Chamberlain the business. And the one championship that he won against Willis Reed didn't even play that series because he was hurt. So basically, bro, what I'm saying is, so Will Chamberlain he only got 2 rings. He probably should have more. Was as dominant as a player. Like every time he went up against Bill Russell, he lost. Damn near. You know what I'm saying? Every time. So I think he only beat him 1 time. You know what I'm saying? And Will Chamberlain would probably be considered, as far as just an overall basketball player, probably like a better player than Bill Russell. Bill Russell was a better defensive player. I mean, some people would even say that Bill Russell was a better player than Will Chamberlain. But I mean, just as far as Will Chamberlain was, like Will Chamberlain, bro. He was the sexy scoring machine that, you know what I mean, and Bill Russell was, the defensive stopper, the team guy. You know what I'm saying? What's the word? That channels winning into, his team and all that other shit. But as far as individual player, you know what I mean? You can make an argument that Will Chamberlain was the better player. So he should have got better results. You know what I'm saying? But, hey, not saying he got punked or whatever, but, I mean, he didn't have his best performances in the biggest moments. That's just what it is. That's what they say. And that's what the stats show. That's what the numbers show. So, in which Steph Curry having 4 rings now, and everything that Steph will dominated the game from in the paint. Steph dominating the game as well. He's just doing it from the outside, from the 3-point line. Now, when I say from the 3-point line, I'm not saying that all he do is shoot threes, because that's what y'all motherfuckers want to say. It's easy to say that, you know what I mean, just looking at it just from, you know what I mean, just from that perspective. But man, Steph Curry been driving to the basket. Steph Curry been hot dogging niggas, man. You know what I mean? Breaking niggas' ankles, getting to the basket, finger rolling that thing up. You know what I mean? Laying it up at the rim. You know what I mean? So the 3-point shooting is just what he's known for. But yeah, Steph Curry dominated the game from the 3-point line, just like Will Chamberlain dominated the game from from the paint. So for me, yeah, Wilt is coming out, and Steph Curry is going in. I'm sorry. My bad to all Wilt Chamberlain fans. Wilt Chamberlain, God rest his soul. You know what I mean? His family and all that. But hey, 4 rings to 2 rings. Curry is still, he's still, sketching out his career. He ain't done. Um, the impact on winning, the revolutionizing of the game and all that. I'm putting in Steph Curry into my top 10, and I'm taking Wilt out. It just is what it is. You say what you want, call me crazy, call me stupid, you know what I mean? Call me a Steph Curry, ball licker, a homer, whatever the fuck you want to say, nigga. I don't give a damn. But if I'm going to put Steph Curry in there, somebody got to come out. And the other player that I thought about taking out, I just got to keep it real. If I was going to keep Wilt in the top 10 and take somebody else out, probably Bill Russell. I'm sorry. I know how could you? He's got 11 rings and he blah, 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 blah. Bro, shout out Mr. Russell. A GOAT. One of the greatest of all time. One of the first to do it. But I mean, bro, it was like, 9 or 10 teams in the league at that time, bro. That, like, when you start to do your research on this shit, and I didn't know that until, like, recently, a few years back. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking, nigga, the NBA always been 30 teams and shit, or close to it. I mean, I know at one point the Charlotte Hornets was an expansion team. I think like the late 80s or early 90s. The Raptors and the Grizzlies, those were expansion teams in the late 90s or early 2000s, shit like that. So I believe the Miami Heat was another expansion team, the Orlando Magic in the early 90s or the late 80s or whatever, or in the 80s, some shit like that. But I always thought that the NBA was 25, 26 teams or more or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know when fucking Bill Russell and the Celtics was running shit. It was only fucking 8 teams in the whole fucking league and shit. So it makes sense now why the nigga got 11 rings. Like, they were the most dominant team. That's like take the Warriors of now and just make the league 10 teams, with them being one of them. Bro, they gonna win. They already got 4 in 8 years. They might have fucking won 5, 6, 7 championships in a row and shit. Just because you don't have as many teams that you gotta like worry about and go through. You know what I'm saying? And then back then the turnover for the team, like free agency now. You couldn't there wasn't no free agency back then when Bill Russell was playing. So, like, them niggas, the Celtics had all the fucking Hall of Famers and shit. They had all the good players on their team and shit. It's not to take away from the Celtics and Bill Russell and they motherfucking, what they did at that time, because you can only play in your era. Bill Russell, I mean, he didn't know what was going to happen 40, 50 years down the line. He ain't got no control over that. He dominated his era. So respect to that. But still, at the same time, since time has went on and we have the luxury of seeing everything that happened since then, okay, to me, I ding him a little bit for that. Not ding him like he had some control over it, but there's only like 8, 9 teams in the league, bro. You know what I mean? It makes sense why you got 11 fucking rings, my nigga. But he was the other player that I thought about taking out of the top 10 if I'm going to put Steph Curry in, right? But if I couldn't do that. The reason why I couldn't do that is because even though I may feel like Wilt Chamberlain is a better overall player, just like as far as offensively or whatever, Bill Russell dominated that man. Not once again. Bill Russell was playing with Havlicek and fucking. I mean, that nigga was playing with Hall of Famers galore, bro. I mean, Hall of motherfucking Famers galore, my nigga. So, so but nonetheless, bro, like you lost to. Let me look this shit up. You lost to you only beat Will Chamberlain. You only beat Bill Russell one time out of like hella tries and shit. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Bill Russell versus Will Chamberlain head to head. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see here. San Francisco Warriors against the Boston Celtics. Let's see here. Points 22, 32, 35, 4, 4, 16, 418, 420, 422, 424, 426. Okay, so the finals in 1964 was the San Francisco Warriors against the Boston Celtics. And man, I can't. What the fuck? It's hard to read this shit. I understand. Let me see. Will Chamberlain points 22, 32, 35, 27, 30. This nigga Will Chamberlain, bro. This nigga had a game where this nigga had 27 points and 38 damn rebounds. I mean, goodness fucking gracious. 0-1, 0-1, 1-0, 0-1, 0-1. 4-8. Will Chamberlain was 4-8 in the NBA Finals versus Bill Russell in his career. Um, let's see here. How many times did Will Chamberlain play against Bill Russell in the finals? The NBA was much smaller when Chamberlain and Russell battled, and from Wilt's rookie year in 1959-60 to Russell's final season in 1968-1969, they met a whopping 94 times in the regular season. In the playoffs, they added another 49 matchups. Across the 10 seasons, the superstars collided 8 times in the playoffs. Wilt was a better player in the regular season, whereas Russell flourished in the playoffs. Great debate in NBA history. How many points did Wilt average against Bill Russell? Chamberlain averaged 29. Damn, 29 points and 28 rebounds. Goodness fucking gracious. By comparison, Russell averaged 14 points and 22 rebounds per game against the right. But the only stat Russell cared about was the championship rings, and he had 11 to Wilt's 2. Black Kareem, Sky, head to head. Wilt Chamberlain versus Bill Russell. 94 games. Wilt Chamberlain. How many? All times. Regular season points. How many times did they play each other in the finals? I think they played each other 3 times in the finals. And Bill Russell won twice. Bill Russell won twice. You know what I'm saying? Wilt Chamberlain 7-1, 275. Warriors, 30 points, 22 rebounds. He averaged 30 points and 22 rebounds for a career. $36, $38, $50, $44, $36, $34. Let me see something. How many teams were in the NBA when Bill Russell was playing?
10. According to Bleacher Report, Russell played in an era where there were fewer NBA teams, about 10.
While some may argue that each team had more concentrated talent, the level of talent does not compare to that of today's game. How many teams did Bill Russell play for? Boston Celtics. Russell. So, and this is one thing I want to say right here. So, okay, winning. No one can take away Russell's 11 rings, but are his 11 championships more impressive than Jordan's 6 or Magic's 5? A closer look proves that this isn't necessarily the case. Russell played in an era where there were fewer NBA teams, about 10. While some may argue that each team had more concentrated talent, the level of talent does not compare to that of today's game. Whereas in the modern era, the NBA draws a larger pool of talent from around the country and internationally because of the exorbitant salaries. This was not the case back in the 1950s and 60s. Salaries were so small that many players held second jobs during the offseason to support their families. In addition to having fewer teams, there were fewer playoff rounds, and the top teams, like the Celtics, often got first round byes, whereas Jordan and Magic had to win 15 playoff. See, that's something I did not know. That's something I did not know. Okay, what's up, Stripe Steel? Yeah, nah, man. Hey, it's all relative. You know what I'm saying? We all got our, like I said, we all got our list. You know what I'm saying? It's all good if the order ain't. I know motherfuckers is not going to agree with my order because I got LeBron James so low. Most people don't have LeBron James as low as I have him on my top 10. I understand that. I have reasons why though. You know what I'm saying? I feel like people have like LeBron James is an all. I talk so much shit about LeBron James, but I know what the fuck he is, bro, and I know what the fuck he represent. I know this, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's an all-time great. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like people have thrusted him. Like, my thing is like, I don't feel like he's past Kobe or Magic. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't, like, for me, LeBron got to get at least another ring to get, like, he got 4, and he got 4 rings. Like, man, okay. Like, Magic Johnson, bro, he won all 5 of his championships with one team, bro. Yes, he played with Hall of Famers, okay? LeBron played with Hall of Famers too. But the thing is like, LeBron was trying to, like, make it so easy for himself to, like, and it's where Kevin Durant picked up. I'm not trying to say like he tried to make it easy, like, but it's like, bro, it just would have been more respected had he stayed in Cleveland the first time and got the, I mean, championships is championships. I understand that. You know what I'm saying? But I never knocked LeBron for going to Miami. I was happy he went to Miami. You know what I'm saying? Then I was happy when he went back. My thing is, you can't start saying that you better than Michael Jordan and all these players when, like, they rode to get to where they got to get to the promised land was much harder, bro, than what LeBron did, bro. I'm just sorry. It just was. Like LeBron had to go team up with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh. People forget, bro. That was they coined themselves the Heatles after the Beatles, the fucking greatest rock group of all time and shit. You know what I'm saying? If you coining yourself after some motherfuckers like that, and remember, not 5, not 6, not 7. Them niggas, hey, them niggas was up there acting a motherfucking ass at the motherfucking press conference, nigga. Them niggas had a motherfucking parade before they even won the damn championship, dog. You know what I'm saying? That was some funny ass shit. But not 5, not 6, not 7. You know what I'm saying? Like that Miami Heat team was a team that, I'm sorry, bro, they wasn't supposed to lose to the Dallas Mavericks in 2011. They just wasn't supposed to lose to that team. I'm sorry. I am old enough to have watched Michael Jordan's career as a child, as a kid. I've been in the sports, for a very since I was young, okay, because I played basketball, right? So I seen Michael Jordan's career. When I started paying attention to basketball, Michael Jordan was who was at the top. He was who was running it. So I've said this in past videos. My view on greatness was always skewed because when I first started paying attention, Jordan was running it. So I just thought that was the standard. You know what I'm saying? I thought that's everybody was supposed to be. I knew Jordan was great, but I just thought that, hey, this is how it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? I didn't know that I was watching the greatest player of all time. I didn't know I was watching the greatest player of all time, but I thought that everybody supposed to just do like this. If you're the best player, and you're supposed to just be able to just win a championship. Nigga, Michael Jordan did it. Everybody can't do that. Like, they can't do it like that, though. Everybody ain't Michael Jordan. That's a solid point. Actually, greatness is not just on the court, but also off. Got to be great enough to transform an entire organization, not just take an easier path. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's not to, like, my thing was, it's not, I'm not knocking LeBron James for going over there and getting them rings and, you know what I mean, teaming up with Dwayne Wade and all that. But you can't then come on the back end and then try to say you better than Michael Jordan, brother. You just can't do that. You know what I'm saying? And then after you beat the Warriors in 2016, I mean, come on, man. We all know the circumstances behind the 2016 finals. Come on, man. Game 5, with Draymond not being there, it altered the whole series, bro. It just did. And that's where my attitude towards LeBron James changed. Because I was fucking with LeBron James at one point. He wasn't never like my favorite player, but I was fucking with him. I was rooting for him to win his first championship because all the criticism he was getting. I was happy when they beat the Thunder in 2012. You know what I mean? Because he got that he got that monkey off his back. But when you beat the Golden State Warriors in 2016, okay. Now, granted, they were 73-9. They had won 73 games, okay, to surpass the 96 Bulls and shit. But like I said, I grew up watching. I seen that. I remember. I was 12 or 13, and when the Chicago Bulls during that season, you know what I'm saying, when they went 72-10 and won the championship. I'm sorry. The Warriors are my favorite team. They've been my favorite team since I've been born. I don't know nothing else but the Warriors. I've had a lot of other favorite players, but the Warriors always been my team, right? So I just say that to say this. I don't give a damn. That 2016 Warriors team is not better than the 72-10 Bulls. They just not. I don't give a fuck if they won 73 games. They were not better than Michael Jordan's 96 Bulls. They just weren't. So I don't give a fuck if they won 73 games, bro. I seen it. They would have now, had they capped it off with a championship, people would have been saying that that's the greatest team of all time because they won a championship and they won one more game than the Bulls did that year. But me, even as a Warriors fan, I still wouldn't have said that because I just, bro, y'all gotta understand, bro. That motherfucking team that had the perimeter defenders that the Bulls had, bro, just these three, Michael Jordan, and this is another thing, they sleep on Michael Jordan fucking defense. This man won a defensive player of the year award, bro. Like, that's fucking unheard of. Like, a player of his caliber. You know what I'm saying? Like, defensive player of the year awards, not all the time, but most of the time, they go to players that defense is their main thing. Like a Ben Wallace, like a Draymond Green, it's a few exceptions like Kawhi Leonard. At one point, defense was his main thing, but you know what I mean? Eventually he became an offensive threat. But like Ben Wallace, like Draymond Green, your Bill Russells, who else? Who the fuck else? I'm Dennis Rodmans. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are the type of players that even this past year, Marcus Smart. Those are the type of players that the Defensive Player of the Year award usually goes to. Not all the time, but most of the time it goes to a player that's what they do. That's their main niche. You know what I mean? Is defense, right? So for Michael Jordan to win for Michael Jordan to win a Defensive Player of the Year award as being like the best fucking offensive player and shit, bro, that just say how great of a player that is. But Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, and Ron fucking Harper playing defense. I'm sorry. I just don't think Steph and Clay gonna be able to do nothing with that. I mean, bro, that was tenacious fucking defense. Yeah, even if they capped it off with a ring, they still wouldn't have been the best because 72-10 team was in the midst of a three-peat. Yep. Well, actually, you're right. Yeah, that was the first of the second three-peat. So when they went 72-10, that was the fourth championship. You know what I'm saying? So that was the first of the second three-peats. But yeah, it was in the midst of a three-peat. And then even though that would have been, if the Warriors would have won, that would have been their second in a row. But still, let me see, the 16-17. Yeah, hey, no, hey, a lot of people, I somewhat agree with that, bro. You know what I mean? That 16-17 Warriors team, bro, that shit was fucking bananas. That's an all-time top team. Now, that team could have won 70 games. I just don't think coming off of the year before where they had just won 73 games, they wasn't worried about no damn. They were trying to win the championship. And they still won 67 games. They still won 67 games that year. They wasn't even trying to fucking win 70 games. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Steph, Clay, KD, Dre, like that team was just bananas. And they almost swept the fucking playoffs. They almost swept the fucking playoffs, bro. They lost game 4 to the Cavs in the finals before beating them in game 5. Man, they almost swept the fucking playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Actually, the Cavs almost swept the playoffs that year, too. The Cavs also was undefeated in the playoffs that year all the way up until the finals. You know what I'm saying? And they lost the first 3 against us. But yeah, look, I don't fault nobody for because it's all debates. It's all what we. I don't fault anybody for saying that 16-17 Warriors team definitely they definitely could compete with the 96 Bulls, but or if somebody could say that they would. I don't fault somebody for saying that they would beat the 96 Bulls. Me personally, even as a lifelong Warriors fan, bro, I can't take nobody over Michael Jordan. I just can't do it. I can't do it. Because Michael Jordan is the only player in my lifetime that I have never seen fail. Like, now, I know people want to say, oh, well, what about I'm talking about after he got to the top. I know he had his struggles against the Pistons, and he had to go through the Pistons, and he had to go through the Celtics and all that shit. I understand that. I'm talking about once he got to the mountaintop, it was over for everybody else. He didn't let nobody, and that's another thing with this Jordan and LeBron debate. See, to me, the debate should be more Kobe and LeBron. Because to me, Jordan is on a motherfucking hill all by himself. Ain't no competition, bro. He over there by his lonesome. You know what I'm saying? So to me, and at the same time as I say that, still, I'm not gonna knock nobody for if they feel like, you know what I'm saying, you know, LeBron is better than whatever. You know what I'm saying? If that's how you feel, whatever, that's how you feel. You know what I'm saying? But I personally feel like LeBron, that Jordan, he on the planet all by himself, bro. So the debate really should be who's better out of Kobe and LeBron. I'm taking Kobe, you know what I mean, because that's just my nigga, you know what I mean. But I don't fault nobody for taking LeBron over Kobe, you know what I'm saying. But to me, that should be the real debate. It shouldn't be Jordan versus LeBron. It should be because, like I said earlier, when did LeBron pass Magic? When did he pass Kareem? When did he pass fucking Kobe and shit? You know what I'm saying? I know it's look at he got more MVPs and this, that, blah, blah. Man, listen. LeBron, I'm not trying to, because you make it seem like I'm trying to bash LeBron and shit, bro. I'm not trying to bash LeBron. This ain't about that right now. But out of 10 tries, bro, he won 4, bro. Okay? And out of his 4, like, bro, you got to remember the East. I'm not trying to take away because he got there. But the East was weaker, bro. Like, I remember the Miami Heat playing the Charlotte fucking Bobcats in the first round in one of those years. I think it was like 2012 or 2013. And the Bobcats was an 8 seed. The Miami Heat was the 1 seed. The Bobcats was like fucking 37 and 45. They made the 8 seed with like 8 or 9 games under 500 and shit. And that's who the Miami Heat had to play in the first round. And then, like, a lot of those years, they didn't even get fucking tested until the Eastern Conference Finals when they had to play, like, the Indiana Pacers. Or, like, that first year when they had to get past the Boston Celtics. You know what I mean? KG and Paul Pierce and Ray Allen and all them. But, like, Jordan had to go through a fucking gauntlet, bro. He had to go through a fucking gauntlet, bro. That nigga was getting beat the fuck up, nigga. He had to come back and get strong. Like, so that's my only thing. And then LeBron want to say that he better than Jordan because he beat the Warriors in 2016 because they were 73-9. Fuck out of here, bro. That was only your 3rd ring. Like, just what I'm saying, bro. Jordan, okay, LeBron has played all the shit Jordan did. He did that shit in like 13 years, bro. I'm not counting the Wizard shit. That Wizard shit don't count. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. That shit don't mean nothing. This nigga was owning the team and shit and just got bored and shit and said, well, I can still play. Let me come down and just play. Man, that Wizard shit don't count. So anybody that's trying to incorporate that Wizard shit when they trying to make a debate as far as Jordan versus LeBron and all of those other shit, and you look, oh, well, what about Jordan? He didn't even make the playoffs. Man, get the fuck out of here with that shit. Everybody know Jordan did. That shit don't count. That Wizard shit don't count. Come on, man. So Jordan did all that shit he did in like 13 years, bro. 6 rings? Bro, stop it. Okay? This man won 3 championships in a row. Said, this shit too easy, bro. I'm not inspired no more. I don't feel a challenge no more. Okay. His dad did pass away, so that may have a little something to do with it. But the nigga basically said, I'm finna go fucking play a whole nother sport. Imagine Jordan just did some legendary shit, bro. That's some fucking iconic shit. This nigga said, fuck it. I'm gonna go play a whole nother sport. Baseball. Y'all motherfuckers know how hard it is to hand-eye coordination in the majors, Major League Baseball, man, to put a bat on a ball. And this nigga just said, nah, I'm gonna go do that. Now, he didn't make it to the majors. He was only playing in minor league, but he went to go play baseball. Got tired of that, and they went on strike and shit, you know what I mean? 94, 95. So they said, fuck it, well, I might as well. Went back to basketball and won 3 more in a row. Bro, if that ain't GOAT shit, I don't know what the fuck is. Okay? You win 3 in a row. You say it's too easy. You go play a whole nother motherfucking sport. You come back to the game and then win 3 in a row. Another 3 in a row. There have been 3 three-peats in the modern era since the Boston Celtics did that shit in like the 60s and shit with Bill Russell. It's been 3 of them. Jordan got 2. He got 2 of the three-peats since the other one was Kobe and Shaq Lakers in 2000, 2001, and 2002. So, like, bro, that's pure domination, bro. I'm not trying to take away nothing from LeBron, but he not Michael Jordan, bro. I mean, he just not. I mean, so just stop it. Like, so LeBron got 4 rings. It's taking the nigga 20, 25 years to do all this shit. And he's trying to build his fucking GOAT case. So what he got to do, he got it. Now he's still, people say that he's slowing. I do believe he's slowing down, but I still think that LeBron is in his prime. He not at his apex of his prime. He's at the back end of his prime. You know what I'm saying? But he's still, you know, when your prime, his prime. Now, this is one thing I give LeBron James. This nigga's the fucking Terminator. This nigga is the fucking Terminator, my nigga. This nigga don't get hurt. Now, recently, yeah, because he's getting older and shit like that. He's been having a few nagging injuries the past few years. But before that, bro, this nigga never got fucking hurt. I never seen no shit like that in my life. I done seen this nigga on multiple occasions turn his motherfucking ankle to where the ankle is touching the motherfucking floor, nigga. That nigga get up, he rise in pain, full of that nigga get up, walk that shit off, run that shit off, and he back. Like, bro, this nigga is the fucking Terminator, bro. He don't get hurt. So that's what I give him over Michael Jordan, but nothing else. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, man, I'm going off on a tangent now. But yeah, man, let me see. It could be said ESPN's whole objective is to have LeBron, the GOAT debate, being an active player, helps the popularity of the game. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It do. I mean, but LeBron James is an all-time great. I'm not saying he ain't, but it's just I just feel like it's protocol, bro. Like it's once you that great, when you a LeBron James, a Magic Johnson, a Michael Jordan, a Kobe Bryant, a Steph Curry, a Bill Russell, a Will Chamberlain, a Larry Bird, a Shaq O'Neal, a fucking Tim Duncan, Hakeem Olajuwon, when you that fucking great and we're doing these debates and we're comparing all of these greats, we have to nitpick, bro. That's how you separate to say, okay, otherwise it's hard to me. The only question is Michael Jordan. He's number one. It's no debate. But outside of that, you can make a case for LeBron James being the second greatest player of all time. Just like you can make a case for Kobe. Just like you can make a case for Kareem and Magic. You know what I'm saying? Like you can make a case for it. You know what I'm saying? So to try to come up with a definitive, you know, list or whatever, we have to nitpick. You know what I'm saying? So that's where the nitpicking come in and all that shit. And that's why I say, I mean, LeBron got 4 rings. Magic got 5. He did it all with one team. You know what I'm saying? So, like, how does LeBron James pass him, bro? Same with Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant won his first 3 with Shaq, okay? Shaq leaves. The Lakers go down a bit for a couple years before they rise back up. And he went to another 3 finals in a row and won 2 championships with Pau Gasol and Andrew Bynum. Not to take away nothing from Pau Gasol, is a Hall of Famer, okay? But it's levels of Hall of Famers, bro. Like, come on now. You know what I mean? Yeah, he's a Hall of Famer because of the shit that he did and over there overseas and shit. You know what I mean? He had a great career in the NBA as well. But go back and look at the rosters that Kobe Bryant won with when he won his last 2 championships in 2009 and 2010. I mean, bro, that's greatness, bro. They didn't think that was going. They didn't think that was going to do it again. So when you compare that to LeBron, who said, you know what, I can't do it over here. You know what I'm saying? Let me go team up over here with LeBron, with Dwayne Wade, who already won a championship. Okay. Let me go team up with him so I can learn how to do it. And then, by the way, let's go grab Chris Bosh too, who y'all forget was like a top 5, top 6 or 7 player in the league at that time. People forget that because for one, time go by, but for 2, I did a video a few months ago where the title was "Star Players Become Role Players with LeBron James." It's just true. It's just true, bro. Look at Chris Bosh. Look at Dwayne Wade to some extent. Now, Dwayne Wade was more of injury started to affect him. But look at Chris Bosh. Look at Kevin Love. Look at Russell Westbrook. Okay, these players, when they team up with LeBron James, they become role players. You know what I'm saying? They don't. They're not the same player. You know it's not a gang and don't bang on every damn thing. Football season on the way back. But yeah. So LeBron won those championships. I give him that. He's won. But that shit was spaced out in a bitch. He had to go team up with other great players. They lost that first one to the Mavs. I don't give a damn what nobody say. Michael Jordan ain't losing no damn Dirk Nowitzki. It just ain't gonna motherfucking happen. It's not gonna happen, bro. No Jordan team would have lost to that 2011 Dallas Mavericks team. Not one. Not the 91 team, the 92 team, the 93 team, the 96 team, the 97 team, or the 98 team. None of them motherfuckers was losing to that Mavericks team in 2011. I'm just sorry. And the Miami Heat shouldn't have lost either. When LeBron James had that moment right there, you could never be better than Michael Jordan, bro. It was over at that point. I don't give a damn what he do after that. It was over. Because he had a moment that was like, damn, am I ready for this? Like, the lights might be too bright. I might be a little scared. He wasn't ready for the moment, bro. You can't never say that about Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. They didn't win every fucking game they played. They didn't never get punked. They never got their heart took from them, nigga. This nigga lost to, and they NBA players, I understand it, but you got Dwayne Wade on your team, a prime Dwayne Wade and a prime Chris Bosh. And y'all had some other niggas too. You know what I'm saying? But all they had over there was Dirk Nowitzki. I'm not saying all they had was Dirk Nowitzki like the other players didn't matter, because they did. But I'm saying as far as going up against nigga the Heatles and LeBron James and his fucking apex, at his fucking apex in his prime, and Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh, nigga, they had Dirk Nowitzki, Deshaun Stevenson, Jason Terry, JJ Barea, and an old ass Jason Kidd. I mean, an old ass Jason Kidd, nigga. Like, bro, that team wasn't supposed to lose to the Mavericks, bro. They lost because LeBron James didn't show up. You can never say that about Michael Jordan. So I mean, this over from that standpoint. But that's all it is with me, bro. That's all it is. It's just nitpicking. So when I say all of those things, it make it seem like, oh, nigga, you bashing LeBron James. And I do got videos where I do bash LeBron James, all in fun. I'm talking shit, cussing, calling him names and all type of shit. But I'm just trolling. I'm just having a good time with it. You know what I'm saying? It's not literal, you know, or it's not like, you know what I mean, like all the things that man did for the community and the schools and all of that other shit. I commend that man. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, bro. And see, that's another thing, because see, they like to take when they doing this Jordan LeBron debate, they want to bring in off the court shit. Oh, look at his school that he built it. Oh, Black Lives Matter. Man, that shit ain't got nothing to do with on the court, bro. I'm talking about on the motherfucking court. Nigga, you could send 1 million motherfuckers to school, to college, nigga. Good for you. Hey, that's I salute you, my nigga. Yeah, I mean, you better know damn Michael Jordan on the motherfucking basketball court. That's all the fuck I'm saying, dog. So, yeah, much love. Stripe Steel. Hey, who? Stripe Steel. Shout out to my nigga Stripe Steel. I don't know who you is, man, but shout out my nigga for tapping in. You know what I'm saying? Listening to me rant and rave and all that other shit. Share the live if you can. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. So let me get back to my top 10. You know what I'm saying? So where I was at was I was saying that for me, I would put, for me, I was going to possibly, like, if I was going to, because it's hard, man. This top 10 list shit is hard. Now that Steph doing this shit hard. But he got to go in there. He got to go in there, man. So, what's good with my cousin, though, man? Just talking my shit, man. Just letting it be known. Snax on Sportz. Share the live. You feel me? But yeah, man, it's hard, bro, because that means you gotta take some niggas out. You know what I'm saying? You gotta take somebody out, and you gonna take somebody out that motherfuckers ain't gonna agree with. Motherfuckers say, "Oh, you's a stupid, dumb son of a bitch." You know what I'm saying? But hey, Steph Curry got to go in that thing, man. So somebody got to come out. So I did think about taking Bill Russell out and leaving Wilt in, but how could I do that when Bill Russell got 11 rings and Wilt Chamberlain only got 2? You know what I'm saying? And he beat Wilt Chamberlain, and Bill Russell beat Wilt Chamberlain head to head more times when they went head to head. So I can't put Wilt over Bill Russell. I mean, even though he was probably the better overall player than Bill Russell. Just like some would maybe say that Kevin Durant is probably a better overall player than Steph Curry. I tend to disagree. I don't think that. I always say that, to me, Steph Curry can do everything that Kevin Durant can do on the court, and Kevin Durant can do everything that Steph Curry can do on the court. It's just that Kevin Durant is taller. That's just how I feel. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not knocking it. I can understand why somebody would say that Kevin Durant is better. But just like most people would say that Kevin Durant is probably an overall better player than Steph Curry, but Steph Curry got his impact on winning is without question, bro. And because of that, his career counting numbers and stats and accomplishment is better. So you have to put him, because see, you got to put him over KD, because see, this one thing, see, when people say that, they thinking about one-on-one. The NBA ain't one-on-one, bruh. It's not one-on-one. It's 5-on-5 team basketball. Okay? It's not one-on-one. Ain't the one, you don't become a legend in fucking one-on-one. At least, I mean, you can on the streets and shit, on the playground, but how you become a legend 5-on-5 team basketball in the NBA. And it has been proven, it's not me, this is not opinion. It has been proven that Steph Curry is better at that than Kevin Durant. Period, point blank. He just is. The man got 4 rings. Kevin Durant got his 2 rings with Steph. Now, no mother would say, "Oh, well, Steph got 2 of his rings with Kevin Durant." True indeed. But the issue for Kevin Durant is Steph Curry got a bookend. He got one before you, and he got one after you. So one can easily say that if Kevin Durant don't come over there, they probably at least got one of those in the middle. You can't say it for sure. A lot of motherfuckers say, there's no way if Kevin Durant doesn't come over there, they don't have those 2 rings. You can't just definitively say that. Because if you think you can definitively say that, I can definitively say, well, they would have won a championship. We don't know. But what we do know for a motherfucking fact is that without Kevin Durant at all, Steph Curry got 2 rings. You know what I'm saying? And Kevin Durant has none. You know what I'm saying? So that's not to disparage Kevin Durant and all that. I'm just saying. You feel me? I'm just saying that you know, and then just look at how it's playing out. See, this is what I don't like about people on Twitter and the media. They don't go with what they see. They go with what they feel and what they've been saying. And when they've been proven to be wrong, then they got all these excuses why they was wrong. You know what I'm saying? All I heard over the past 2-3 years since Kevin Durant left was, hey, that was all because of Kevin Durant. They're dynasty because of Kevin Durant. He the finals MVP. He's the best player. They can't do it without him. This, that, blah, 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 blah. Bro, they got back to the fucking finals and won it without this nigga. Beat the team that swept the Nets. The same team that swept the Nets out of the playoffs in the first round, little old Steph Curry, who y'all say can't do shit, pulverized them niggas. Had his best finals ever against that same team that made Kevin Durant kind of look like LeBron James in 2011. But y'all want to say Kevin Durant is better? How? I don't get it. I just don't get it. You feel me? But so yeah, I went off on another tangent. But basically, I'm saying all that to say that I had to keep Wilt had to come out because I can't put Wilt over Bill Russell. And when they went head to head, Bill Russell won that. You know what I mean? Most more than Wilt beat him. So hey, like I said, rest in peace, Wilt. Hey man, Wilt is still my nigga dog, but hey, I got Wilt at 11 now. Sorry, I got to do it. You know what I mean? Steph got to get in that thing because see, Steph finna just keep climbing now. And see, this is another thing. Now that I said Steph finna keep climbing. Now this another thing right here. So right now, I got plug in my shit. Right now, I got Michael Jordan number 1, Kobe Bryant number 2, Magic Johnson number 3, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar number 4, Larry Bird number 5, Shaquille O'Neal number 6, Tim Duncan number 7, LeBron James number 8, Bill Russell 9, and Steph Curry 10. And then on the outside looking in right now is Wilt at 11. I got Akeem Olajuwon at 12. I got Oscar Robertson 13, and then 14 is probably like KD or Isaiah Thomas, you know, Julius Erving, some shit like that. But yeah, so right now I got Steph at number 10, right? I'm looking at my list right here. And he got 4 rings, right? I'm a Warriors fan. Me personally, this is just how I feel. I feel like, barring any major injury to any one of I said this before this year, barring any major injury to any one of our key players like Steph, Clay, Dre, Wiggins, and Poole, really, I'm just talking about really Steph, Clay, and Dre. But I'll throw Poole and Wiggins in there too because, you know, especially Wiggins and Poole, because Wiggins probably was the second best player overall throughout the playoffs behind Steph. And Poole is Poole had the best increase this year from last year to this year. You know what I mean? As far as like where he ranks on the depth chart or whatever. So, but really, outside of any major injury to Steph, Clay, and Dre next year, and as long as they're able to continue to keep their turnovers down, because these motherfuckers turn the ball over a lot. You know what I'm saying? That shit just irks me. But turnovers and without turnovers, major turnovers and key injuries, they're gonna win it all again next year. They just gonna win it. You know what I'm saying? If Steph Curry wins a championship again, I keep saying Steph Curry, it's not just Steph Curry, it's the Warriors, okay? But I say Steph Curry because, you know, we talking about the greats of the greats. You know what I mean? So if Steph Curry wins the championship again next year, or even if not next year, even if it's the year after that, but I think probably next year we probably have a better chance to win it because, you know, the more years that go by, the older you get, is, you know, the harder and harder it's gonna get. So you have a better chance of winning it next year than the year after that. But if they win it again next year for number 5, I'm sorry, but he's going to go from number 10 on my list to number 5. He just is, because what that'll do is so on my list that means he'll jump Bill Russell, he'll jump Tim Duncan, he'll jump LeBron James, and he'll jump Shaq. Okay. Shaq got 4 rings. Steph would have 5. So he's going to jump Shaq. Same way with LeBron James. He was going to jump Shaq. And I know people would have, you're really going to sit here and say he's going to, bro, this is supposed to be the LeBron James era. How this your era, my nigga? But it's another nigga that got the same amount or if not more rings than you. So I'm sorry, bro. I understand that LeBron James would have better stats and shit because he's played for so long and shit. But Steph Curry is capturing more championships in a shorter period of time. You know what I'm saying? And he ain't having to bounce all over the fucking league like a fucking prostitute to do it. And go team up and this and that. I've been saying, man, that super team shit is over. That super team era is over. Go check out all my Snax on sports videos, but I got topics on all these. I got videos on all these topics. You know what I'm saying? The super team era is over. But yeah, he would jump LeBron James. I'm sorry. That means he would have beaten LeBron James 3 times in the three of my rings is through you, nigga. Who you supposed to be the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? So 3 of my rings would have come at the hands of you, okay? And not only that, I have 1 more ring than you in less time. So to me, yeah, I know it's hard for people to understand or, to accept it. But to me, Steph Curry win another ring. He surpasses LeBron James. I'm sorry. Now he won't surpass LeBron James for the motherfuckers that got LeBron number 2 or number 1 on their list. I understand that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just giving y'all pointers that y'all got to think of that. You just gonna have to think about it. You can't just say a nigga better just because a nigga ain't just better than another nigga just because you say it. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving you shit to back up what the fuck I'm saying. You feel me? So he would have passed Shaq and LeBron. They both got 4 rings. He would have 5. And on top of that, Steph Curry would have beaten LeBron James 3 times. 3 of his 5 titles would have came at the hands of LeBron James. Bill Russell, I know folks say, oh, well, how you going to put him over Bill Russell? Bill Russell got 11 rings. Once again, like I said a few minutes ago or earlier in this live, Bill Russell won his 11 championships when there was 10 teams in the league, brother. So he played who he played against. That was the era that he played in. You got to respect that. I understand that. He don't got no control over when he was born, the era that he played in, and so you got to play the era you in. You got to play the team that's in front of you. I understand that, but that still don't take away from the fact that the competition is much more fierce now. So that's why I would put him above. I mean, we already put Michael Jordan above, and that's the reason why is because we know the road to prosperity for the modern NBA player was much more difficult than one of Bill Russell. Now, Bill Russell had to deal with a lot of other shit, racism and all that shit. So yeah, I don't want to act like I'm just throwing that to the side. Nah, because he had to deal with some bullshit. You feel me? With all that racism and shit. But still, I'm just talking about basketball. So for me, Steph Curry getting number 5, he's over Bill Russell just because that was a long time ago. It was only 10 teams in the league. The competition now is much more fierce. It's much more difficult. Yeah, it wasn't no free agency back then. It's free agency now. If take Bill Russell Celtics and put him in the free agency period, man, John Havlicek and what's the other nigga? Bob Pettit and all them niggas. Man, listen, them niggas would have left after the first 1 or 2 championships. Man, they would have left to go got their money. Straight up. I got me a ring. Now I'm gonna go get my money. So that's why I put him with 1 more ring. I would put him. I damn near want to put him over Bill Russell right now. I'm sorry. I just do. I damn near want to put the nigga over him right now. But out of respect for Mr. Russell, okay, I still got him ahead of Steph Curry by one slot, okay? And so, yeah, that means he's jumping Bill Russell, LeBron James, Shaq, and Tim Duncan. Now, Tim Duncan, he would match Tim Duncan, okay, with 5 rings. But just the it would be, so that would be 5 rings in 9 years. That would be 2 back-to-backs. They went back-to-back in 17 and 18, and if they win it next year, that would be back-to-back in 22 and 23. It would be 2 back-to-backs. Tim Duncan never went back-to-back. And that's just more of a personal thing. Some players, if you match him, if you match them and they're all-time great, you can rise above. Others, if you match them, you still may not be better. Like, for example, let's say Steph Curry was to get the 6 rings, okay, to match Michael Jordan. Depending on how it happens, but for right now, I still wouldn't have him over Michael Jordan. I still would, because Michael Jordan was unblemished in the finals. Okay, he didn't have no fuck ups in the finals. I'm not saying every game that he played in the finals he balled out. Most of them he did, but he had a couple, 1 or 2 bad games in the finals. But ultimately, he did enough to win. Steph Curry got 2 losses on his resume. I understand whatever the circumstances is, but it's 2 losses. So, for me, in order for Steph Curry to pass Michael Jordan, he would have to surpass him in the rings. He would have to at least get 7, for it to be talked about. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy even think about that shit. But yeah. So yeah, I would put Steph past Tim Duncan if he wins the 5th, even though that would tie Tim Duncan for 5. You know what I'm saying? But I would just with everything that Steph has. Because Tim Duncan did a lot for the game too. Obviously, he's the greatest power forward of all time. I don't know, power forward, the center. I don't know what the fuck the nigga was. But like I said, once again, Steph revolutionized the game. Like, the whole NBA, the basketball world in general, has upped their shooting and their 3-point shooting because of Steph Curry. That motherfucker shooting from half court, you know what I mean? So those type of things, the impact and all that shit, those type of things, when you tied up, you got 5 rings and you got 5 rings, okay, now I got to look at shit like that. So I would elevate him over Tim Duncan. Maybe not by a lot, but just, yeah, I would have him ahead of him now. And then last, Larry Bird. He would surpass Larry Bird. He already got more rings than Larry Bird right now. So, and I've even heard some people say that, they would take Larry Bird out to put Steph Curry in the top 10. Okay, I'm not doing that. You know what I mean? Larry Bird was just that nigga was a dog. Like, y'all need to stop sleeping on Larry Legend, bro. That nigga was a straight up motherfucking dog, nigga. Dog ass nigga. Straight up. Larry Legend. French Lick. Yeah. French Lick, Indiana. Put some respect on the white boy name, man. Larry Legend, Larry Bird was that nigga. Okay? And that's what I mean. Like, Steph has 4 rings. Larry Bird has 3. I still don't have Steph Curry over Larry Bird, though. Larry Bird was just different. Now, that's how great Larry Bird is. To where Steph got more rings than him, and I still don't have him over Larry Bird. It wouldn't be, I don't think it would be totally out of I wouldn't be totally out of my mind to have Steph Curry over Larry Bird, but I just, as of right now, even with 4 rings, I can't do it. I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? And Steph Curry, my favorite player. He's my favorite fucking player. Larry Bird ain't never been my favorite player, but I know, you know what I mean. I got, I got respect for the game. So, but if he get number 5, he over Larry Bird. I mean, that's 2 more rings. And I mean, I'm sorry, and that would be 3 rings without Kevin Durant. You know what I mean? So yeah, you Steph Curry win next year, then he's over Larry Bird. So that means So yeah, if they win it all next year, if Steph Curry get number 5, and he gonna be Finals MVP again, even if he don't, whatever. He already won the Finals MVP this year, so fuck that Finals MVP shit. Y'all have made that shit like that shit is the end all be all. Fuck that Finals MVP. But yeah, if he get number 5, he jumps Larry, he jumps Shaq, he jumps Tim Duncan, he jumps LeBron James, he jumps Bill Russell. He just jumped him. And now he's number 5. Okay. I would still have Michael, Kobe, Magic, and Kareem ahead of him. If Steph Curry gets number 5, I would only have 4 players above him in NBA history. Michael, Magic, Kareem, and Kobe. Okay, if he gets number 5. If they somehow three-peat, okay, and he get number 6, I'm sorry to say, if Steph Curry gets number 5 and then number 6, he's the second greatest player of all time. He just is. Because that would be now you would have surpassed Magic in championships. It's people right now that already are saying that Steph Curry is better than Magic Johnson. It's not overwhelming. Okay. It's not overwhelming, but it's being said. Me personally, I don't have Steph Curry above Magic Johnson yet. I don't. Steph Curry got to win at least one more championship to for me to even consider that. Now, at the same time that I say that, I will say this. Yes, I still have Magic Johnson above Steph Curry on my all-time list as far as top 10 rankings all time, right? But if I'm starting a team, I'm taking Steph Curry over Magic Johnson. That's 2 different things. Who I want on my personal team as my point guard, give me Steph Curry. Who do I have ranked all time as the best point guard? It's Magic Johnson. Okay, so that's 2 different things. But if he get number 5 and number 6, to go back to back, 3-peat, I know I'm getting ahead of myself. That's getting ahead of myself. It's not out of the realm of possibilities because they're the favorites. They're gonna be the favorites going into next year. Okay, so if they somehow get number 5 and number 6, bro, yeah, then he jumps Kobe, Magic, and Kareem. Because he would tie Kareem with 6. He would surpass Magic, who has 5 with 6. And he would surpass Kobe, who has 5 with 6 rings. That one it's really hard for me to say. Kobe Bryant, that's the Black Mamba, bro. That's my nigga right there. Okay? That brother died on January 26, 2020. I mean, I cried like a little bitch the whole day, like I do this nigga. Like this nigga was a family member. Sat right here on this damn couch, boo-hooing. Like, I still ain't got over that, bro. I don't think I'll ever get over that shit. Like, the most that's probably the most shocking death of my life, bro. Straight up. Surpassing when I was a kid and Tupac got killed, assassinated. I would say close seconds to me after Kobe is Michael Jackson passing away and Tupac. But Kobe, that shit still seems unreal, bro. It's like it's like Kobe supposed to still be here. That's not no disrespect to God. You know, I believe in God. You know what I mean? I know God don't make mistakes, so I don't say that to say that God made a mistake. I'm just saying, as a human being, it's just like that. It just don't seem right. It don't feel right. It just feels like Kobe was just getting started to really like live his life after basketball. But yeah, it's hard for me. It would be hard for me to put Steph over Kobe Bryant. I would do it if he got number 6, but it would still just be hard to do. You know what I'm saying? But at that point, you can't argue with it, bro. It's 6 rings. 6. Only player that got more than that is Bill Russell. Only motherfucker that got the same as that is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And don't give me no motherfucking Robert Horry, nigga, and them 7 rings. Yes, Robert Horry deserves all 7 of his rings. 2 with the Houston Rockets, 3 with the motherfucking Los Angeles Lakers, 2 with the motherfucking San Antonio Spurs. He had a hand and contributed in every motherfucking championship team that he was a part of. Every last one. But he was a role player, bro. So stop it. I don't want to. Come on now. Just stop it. That's like trying to throw Derek Fisher in there. Derek Fisher's another one. 5 rings. He contributed to every one. But he's a fucking role player, dog. Like, we talk about the greats of the greats. So don't give me no fucking Robert Horry shit. If Steph get number 6, he would pass Kareem because yeah, even though Kareem got 6, to me, 5 of his 6 rings, those were Magic's teams, bro. Yes, it was Magic and Kareem, okay, but Magic was the was the top dog by that time, okay. So it just is what it is. Kareem's prime came in the 70s and shit, the 60s and 70s. You know what I'm saying? When he was playing, with the Milwaukee Bucks and Oscar Robertson and shit. He was still great in the 80s with the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that he wasn't. That's the back end of his career now. You know what I'm saying? Like, by the time Magic got there, that was, and then Kareem had won an MVP with the Lakers before Magic got there. But the team success wasn't always there. They became the Showtime Lakers once Magic got there. They missed the playoffs a year or two, the Lakers did, when Kareem was there before Magic got there. So they never missed the motherfucking playoffs with motherfucking Magic Johnson in his prime. So just stop it. But yeah, so to me, he would, with 6 rings, Steph would pass Kareem, even though Kareem got the same amount of rings. He got 6 too, just because in Steph's 6 rings, he was that guy in all 6 of them. I know it was all, well, what about the 2 with Kevin Durant? Yeah, Kevin Durant got the Finals MVP. Steph was still that nigga. That was like 1A, 1B. Whoever you want to put as 1A and 1B, that's your personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? But Steph was that nigga just as much as Kevin Durant. So that's the reason why I say that. You feel me? That's not to say Kevin Durant didn't do his thing. That he wasn't the nigga on when he came over here too. But it was easier for Kevin Durant over here because he's playing with Steph and Clay. And Draymond running the show. Like, I mean, come on, man. Stop it. Let's not forget about Iggy and all the shit that he do. Come on, man. So yeah, to me that's why with 6 rings he would pass Kareem. You know what I mean? Because all 6 of the rings he would be that nigga. To where Kareem, those last 5, Magic was the nigga. Kareem was the nigga too. I'm not saying Kareem was not the nigga, but Magic was the nigga. Okay. He would surpass Magic if he got 6, just by the sheer fact that he got more rings than him now. And the same way with Kobe Bryant, he would surpass Kobe because it would just be more rings. Even though it would hurt me to say it, it's just true. it would just be true. So, yeah. Ultimately, man, this is my motherfucking list. Just to recap, with Steph Curry capturing his 4th ring, first Finals MVP, in legendary fashion. Game 4, 43 points, legendary performance against the team with the best defense in the league. Even though the Warriors had the second best defense in the league, but the Boston Celtics had the best defense in the league. So, the talk now is, has Steph Curry entered the top 10? Most people say yeah. Some people still say no, but even the ones that say no, they got him right outside the top 10. He in the conversation now. So it's not even, he was in the conversation for some people even before the 4th ring. You know what I mean? For me, before he got the 4th ring, he was already in the conversation, but it wasn't definitive. Now it's definitive. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. You know, yeah, it's just what the talk is. So, when capturing that ring, now that's the talk. Is he in the top 10? So I did my list. Just to recap, my list is Michael Jordan at number 1, Kobe Bryant at number 2, Magic Johnson number 3, Kareem number 4, Larry Bird number 5, Shaq number 6, Tim Duncan number 7, LeBron James number 8, Bill Russell number 9, and Steph Curry number 10. I got Wilt right outside the top 10 now at number 11. Right after him, I got Hakeem Olajuwon. Then at 13, I got Big O, Oscar Robertson. And then at 14, I can go KD. I can go Isaiah Thomas. I can go Julius Erving. So Kevin Garnett. And then you might even start getting into some of the players that haven't won rings yet. Like Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley was a great player. Charles Barkley's a top 20 player. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Top 20 all time. Without rings. So if he would have had at least 1 ring, he would probably be borderline top 10, if not in that motherfucker. But you probably would have to have probably more than 1 ring to be top 10, because everybody that's in that motherfucker got most. You feel me? Everybody that's in the top 10 or considered for the top 10 at least has 2 rings, including Wilt and Hakeem Olajuwon, and even Kevin Durant. Even though I think his 2 rings is fraudulent, but whatever. So yeah, that's where I'm at with it, man. Let me know what y'all think, man. Let me see if there's anything else I need to address. Now, I got LeBron James number 8. A lot of motherfuckers may look at that and say, "You a stupid son of a bitch." But I'm not a stupid son of a bitch. I'm a smart son of a bitch. And the reason why I have LeBron James at number 8, because he has less rings than Kobe. He has less rings than Magic. He has less rings than Kareem. He has more rings than Bird, but just me personally, I think Larry Bird was better. That's just me. I mean, I should not be killed because I feel like Larry Bird was a better player than LeBron James. Y'all the motherfuckers that's been brainwashed into thinking that this nigga is the GOAT or the second greatest of all time. I don't have to think that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that. So I don't. So he has more rings. He got 4, and Larry Bird got 3. Okay, if LeBron James was to somehow get number 5, then I will put him over Larry Bird. Okay, but it's the same thing with Steph. Right now, Steph got 4, Larry Bird got 3. I have Larry Bird ahead of Steph Curry. Larry Bird was a fucking assassin, bro. That nigga was not to be motherfucking played with. Okay? He was not to be played with. So I'm sorry. I want Larry Bird before I want LeBron James. I just want him. I just do. So that's just me. Shaq. Now, okay, so my top 5. To me, I won't even debate. I mean, you can have the debate, you know what I'm saying, but for me, it's definitive. Right now, with LeBron James with 4 rings and all them fucking losses in the finals, okay? All them fucking losses in the finals, he can't crack my top 5 until he win another ring. Definitely, I know they're Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Magic Johnson, Kareem, and Larry Bird. Like this, that's my top 5. He's not. You can't get into that until you win another ring. Okay. So then, this is where we can start to possibly have the debate at number 6 with Shaq. So I got Shaq 6, I got Tim Duncan 7, I got LeBron James 8. So those 3 players, now we can start having the debate. Okay, should LeBron possibly be number 6? You know what I mean, or 7, or should I keep him at 8 or whatever? Now I have Shaq over him because just for the pure dominant force that he was, how dominant he was in the finals, man. The 3 with the Lakers. I mean, goodness fucking gracious. Go back and look at that man numbers. This man was crushing it, nigga. You feel me? His rookie year, he came in. I mean, LeBron was great his rookie year as well. Like LeBron and Shaq are similar in a lot of ways. You know what I mean? Not as far as like obviously their style of play. Shaq is much bigger and plays a different position, stuff like that. But I mean, just as far as they both was highly touted coming into the league. They both lived up to that highly toughness. I don't even know if that's the correct terminology, but they both lived up to it, if not surpassed it. Some say Shaq probably could have had if Shaq would have had a little bit more of a work ethic, or not saying that he didn't have work ethic, but if he would have worked maybe a little bit harder, because Shaq was just God-given talent, brute force, just more physical and just bigger than niggas. So, but he was, agile for his size, you know what I mean? And he was skillful for his size. But still, they say, he probably could have got a little bit more out of it. And that's a lot to say. There can be a case that can be made that Shaq probably could have been the greatest of all time. You know what I'm saying? If he really just got I think he got most of it. I think he got most of what he could out of his career. Like if I had to, if it was 100% pie, I would say Shaq probably got about 85%, 80 to 85% of what he should have got out of his career. But that leave a whole nother 15 to 20. And that 15 to 20 would have made that nigga the greatest of all time over Michael Jordan. Just because how big and dominant that he was. If not greater than Michael Jordan, just as equal. You know what I'm saying? Just as equal. Because, I mean, what he did his first 9-10 years in the league, what he did his first 9-10 years in the league, if he would have did that, like, you know, for 15 years, he would have a few more rings. And that's another thing, like that Kobe Shaq era. They got 3 out of that. Man, they probably should have got at least 5 together. Straight up. They probably should have at least 5 rings, bro. On everything. They probably just got at least 5 because, you know, Kobe and Shaq on the same team, but they probably, that was just ridiculous. They just could get along though. They could get along. Both of them niggas got big ass egos. And they just, you know, they ultimately couldn't work it out as players. They eventually made up down the line, yeah, but during their career, they you know, it lasted as long as it lasted. They played 7 years together. They won 3 rings in 4 tries. So, yeah, I mean that should have continued. But I'm not gonna listen. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I don't see someone having a case for LeBron James being better than Shaquille O'Neal, even as I'm talking about it. You know what I mean? Like, I could put LeBron over Shaq, but me personally, I mean, because Shaq was just and Shaq never had one of those moments. He never had one of those the moment is too big for me moment. You know, he never had a LeBron James 2011 against the Mavs moment. Never. So I will forever hold that against LeBron because when you that great, I mean, you just can't let that happen. Basically what happened was they got in his head. He allowed for the Dallas Mavericks and their players to get in his head and take him out of his game. Okay? That's fucking worse than just having a bad game and playing bad. That's worse. That's worse, bro, because that means like it was nothing wrong with you. You just you weak mentally. And that's the reason why I say, like, man, I don't give a fuck if LeBron James is a little bigger and stronger than Michael Jordan. Mentally, LeBron James has grown to be more mentally strong. You know what I'm saying? But early in LeBron James' career, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, early through, midway through, and even shit, sometimes even recently. But, you know, it's less now. But because he's so accomplished now. But early to mid-career LeBron James, Michael Jordan would have crushed him, bro. He would have crushed him because he would have known, Michael Jordan would have looked at him and said, okay, this is a beast, this is a mammoth of a man right here. So I'm going to have to get in his head mentally to be able to defeat him. You know what I'm saying? Because he's more physically, you know, he got more brute force than me. You know what I'm saying? So he would have outwitted LeBron James with the mind, mentally. LeBron James wouldn't have stood a chance against Michael Jordan, bro. He would have won. He would have damn near made that nigga cry. Like, straight up. Like, Michael Jordan wasn't for that bullshit, nigga. That nigga sensed that weakness. Oh, he on your ass, boy. He on your motherfucking ass. You let Deshaun Stevenson and JJ Barea and Jason Terry do that to you. What you think Michael Jordan was gonna do? Or Larry Bird, like one of the greats of the greats? talking to you like you a piece of shit on a motherfucking court, knowing they can get in your head. Oh man, it would have been all bad. And that's just what I believe. You know what I mean? That's just what I believe. So, yeah, man. But other than that, I could see, I could see, LeBron James, me swapping LeBron James and Shaq on my list. But like I said, I just feel that with how dominant Shaq was, and not that LeBron James wasn't dominant because he was, but LeBron James has moments, he has times and big moments where he didn't show up, or he kind of like, shied away, wilted, so to speak. So that's why I give Shaq the edge. You know what I mean? They got the same amount of rings. You know what I'm saying? So it's not, Shaq is, and Tim Duncan. That brings me to Tim Duncan, number 7. I have Tim Duncan over LeBron because, for one, he has more rings, and for two, they played each other 3 times in the finals. Tim Duncan won twice. I mean, what do you want me to do? And even the time, I'm not taking away from that. It ain't about, this happened or this could have happened, blah, 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 blah. The Heat won in 2013. That's all that mattered. But I'm just saying, the Spurs almost won that one. I know almost ain't good enough. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, they were fucking 40, 50 seconds away from a championship in 2013 before they beat them in 2014. Okay, I'm talking about 2013 when the Heat went back to back. It's game 6. They up 5. The Spurs is up 5 with like 40, 50 seconds to go, with like 40 seconds to go. Manu go to the line, he has 2 free throws. I believe he misses one, if not both, but he misses one. But you miss one and make the other one. Now the other team come down and make a 2-point. Now they just gained a point. Then a young Kawhi Leonard, I think he was in either his first or second year. I think he was a second-year player. He go to the line for free throws. I think he missed both of his. Either missed one or he missed both. But regardless, it left the door open. It continued to leave the door open for the Miami Heat to be able to do something like what they did, special at at the end of the game. So basically, the Spurs were up 5, and all they had to do was just make a couple free throws, make a few free throws to put it away, and they couldn't do it. So it left the door ajar. Now the Heat had to come and do what they had to do and make shots. You know what I'm saying? But the Spurs had a chance to close that door, and they didn't do that. And not only that, the great Greg Popovich, he had a blunder. Okay, to where. So they left the door. So the Spurs should have closed them out in 6 games. They left the door open for the Heat to be able to do something miraculous because they didn't make all of their free throws down the stretch. So the play where Ray Allen made that shot, he made that shot off of a missed shot from LeBron James where Chris Bosh grabbed the rebound and then passed it out to Ray Allen. The reason why I say it's a blunder by Greg Popovich, because guess who wasn't on the court, which allowed for Chris Bosh to be able to get that rebound? Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan wasn't on the court when he should have been. That was a mistake by Greg Popovich, because yes, Tim Duncan was at that time, at the end of his career, an older player, but still a contributive player and a legend player, you know what I mean, to what they was doing, okay? But because he was kind of, becoming older, Pop was pulling back his minutes and, You know, he was doing at that point he was doing an offense defense kind of substitution kind of thing, to where in Tim Duncan prime, I mean, he just out there. You know what I mean? But it was, I guess he felt that he's more in the middle of the game, yeah. But for that moment, I guess Pop felt that with Tim Duncan being a little limited defensively at that point of his career, kind of being somewhat of a statue. You know what I'm saying? That it's better he contributes, and even though he has started to decline somewhat even offensively, he was still better at that point offensively than he was defensively. So he wasn't on the court at that time. And if he had been on the court, that don't mean that Chris Bosh wouldn't have grabbed the rebound. But had he been on the court, who knows? Maybe, Tim Duncan grabs the rebound. He's one of the greatest rebounders of all time. You know what I'm saying? So I'll say all that to say that's just a time where, the Miami Heat, yes, they did something miraculous, and Ray Allen hit a shot at the end of regulation for it to go in overtime, and then they won the game. The Miami Heat won the game when it should have been over in regulation. But something just popped in my head that I forgot about that I was supposed to do today. That's why I lost my train of thought, but it's all good. End of the world, I get it handled. But anyway, I was just saying that to say that the Spurs almost beat the Heat that time. Like I said, I know almost ain't good enough, but this leads to my explanation of why I have Tim Duncan ahead of LeBron James on my all-time top 10 list, because, like I said, they went head-to-head 3 times in the finals. The Spurs won twice, and they almost won all 3. You know what I'm saying? So, and I just, everything I just explained the almost. But still, that's the reason why. Tim Duncan got more rings. He got 5. LeBron James got 4. So one team I give credence and credit to that, man. You know what I mean? You're able to stick there and stick around, even though there was one point in time in the middle of in Tim Duncan's career where he was getting ready to go play with the Orlando Magic, I believe, try to team up with T-Mac and Grant Hill over there. And luckily he didn't, or fortunate enough for him, he didn't. But maybe if he would have went over there, it would have went better for them over there in Orlando. But Grant Hill was going through his injury issues at that time, so you know what I mean? That was going on, and because of that, T-Mac ended up getting up out of there, and I think after that he went to Houston, because before that he was with Toronto, and then he started having his injury issues and shit. But and speaking of T-Mac was on that Spurs team that almost won in 2013. He was gonna get his ring, even though he didn't play a lot. But yeah, that was crazy. But yeah, Tim Duncan got more rings. He got 5. LeBron got 4, and they played each other twice in the finals. You know what I mean? And Tim Duncan is 2-1, almost 3-0. So, and it's all with one team. Not having to go chase championships all over. So that's my explanation. I mean, you don't got to agree with it, but that's why. And then, after Tim Duncan, then I have LeBron James, number 8. Okay, so if LeBron can get another ring, then I'll put him past Tim Duncan, even though he only matched Tim Duncan with 5, but I still put it past him. I'll put him past Tim Duncan and Shaq and Larry Bird. So he would rise to, he would go from, if LeBron wins another ring, he would go from 8 to 4. Okay. If Steph wins another ring, he'll go from 10 to 5. If LeBron James was to win 2 more rings, he's going to go from 8 on my list to, then I would put him, I would put him at number 2. You know what I mean? So he would surpass Kareem, Magic, and Kobe on my list. But yeah, man, that's what it is, dog. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to give y'all my list. I gave y'all hella other explanations and talking outside of that. And yeah, we living on this high out here right now. And this man, Warriors, we champions. We chilling right now, man. We told y'all niggas, Draymond going crazy right now online. You know what I mean? Verbally sparring with niggas, letting niggas know you niggas is bitch ass niggas. It is what it is, and we own you niggas. That nigga told you niggas, hey, don't let us win a championship. Don't let us win a fucking championship. And that's just, hey, a lot of niggas don't like. I don't really like that shit he said. About, I don't like the fact that he called Kendrick Perkins a coon. I think that was a little excessive. It was a little excessive. But hey, he in his bag right now. You know what I mean? He's the one that got to deal with that if they ever run into each other. You know what I'm saying? So hey, and he's standing on it. So hey, it is what it is. But I don't think Kendrick Perkins has done that to be considered a coon. You know what I mean? He be up there saying some dumbass shit. But I don't think he said nothing to be like to be a coon. That's a whole different category. You know what I mean? That's that nigga buck. That's a buck dancing ass nigga. But I don't see Perkins doing that. You know what I mean? I know a lot of the players don't fuck with what he be saying and shit because you know what I mean. He be criticizing niggas and shit. You know what I'm saying? But and he be saying some funny shit. That was some little one-liners and shit. But I don't see him attacking like black athletes and shit like that. You know what I mean? I don't see him going overboard. He may say talk about how he disagree about how Kyrie is handling the situation as far as the vaccine and this and that or whatever the fuck. But I ain't seen Coonan. Coonan is a different, So maybe Draymond didn't mean it like that. Yeah, or maybe he did. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe he just meant like, you turned into one of them. You know what I mean? This new media. You know what I mean? And I feel I'm fucking with Draymond with the new media thing. It's just the new media. Draymond, we the new media, dog. You know what I'm saying? We the new media. Yeah. We the new media to the bitch. You feel me? So, but yeah, that's my top 10 list. You feel me? Y'all see it. You know what I mean? Let me know what you think. You know what I mean? I'm gonna start trying to shorten my videos, man, just to kind of like get to the point and I be getting to the point. I just be having a lot of shit to say. You know what I mean? Before I know it, the hour and a half or 2 hours that went by. You know what I mean? I'm just sitting here talking. So, but I'm gonna start to try to, shorten it up a little bit. You know what I mean? Y'all remind me of that. Let me know. You know what I mean? If y'all feel like that's what I should do. You know what I'm saying? Because I be saying a lot of dope, good shit at different parts of the video. You know what I'm saying? But it may be at one part where I may be saying something, for a few minutes where a nigga ain't really feeling or whatever, so he may not watch the rest of the video. But shit down the line, I may have some, I may have some shit that you feeling in the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And so so it's just one of them things, man, to where I may need to start shortening just to have people's attention, a little, because it's one thing I'm seeing watching other YouTubers and shit, you know what I mean, is short and sweet to the, I mean, niggas be having some long lives. You know what I'm saying? Niggas be having long ass lives. Every once in a while, long life is needed. But it's a lot of times where, you know what I mean, maybe a quick 15, 20 minutes, you know what I mean, we'll get right to it. You know what I mean? Get in, get out. So, shit, I'm giving niggas movies. You know what I'm talking about? I'm giving niggas straight up cinema, dog. Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm going Snax on Sports. You know what I'm saying? I'll be back with another one. I'm finna talk. This nigga KD in the news. So, man, I got to address this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Because this nigga right here, I'm just, hey, I talk shit. I call niggas names. I don't mean it literally, bro. I don't mean it like I would not see KD and call him a bitch to his face. I wouldn't. I'm telling you that right now. So that's not, I don't think that make me a sucker or something because of that. This is my online YouTube character. You know what I'm saying? This is how I like to get off my shit. You know what I mean? To be a little bit, try to be a little more entertaining or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Rather than just coming out and giving you, yes, today in the news, Kevin Durant said that. I'm gonna say, nah, this bitch ass nigga said this, man. Fuck that nigga, dog. You know what I'm saying? But it's all in fun, bro. I'm just trolling. I'm just having fun. It's not serious. I know how great these players is. I know how great LeBron James is. I know how great Kevin Durant is. All that shit. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I'm gonna call you a name if that's what the fuck I want to do. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I'm not looking to become friends with niggas and no shit like that. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm when niggas do some bitch ass shit, I'm gonna say some bitch ass shit. You feel me? So I'm not, when I call a nigga a bitch or something like that, I'm not saying that literally that means he's a punk or this and that. But it's none of that. I'm just talking shit, bro. It's just shit talking. That's all it is. And with that being said, I'm finna address this bitch, Kevin Durant, on my next motherfucking live. This nigga just did a little podcast. I'm sorry. I know I just said what I just said, but that nigga sound like straight up hoe. Straight up bitch, bro. I'm all the whining and crying and I mean, come on, man. All the, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I got a few things to say about that and address on that. Other than that, I'm gone though. Snax on Sports, man. It's my top 10 list. Let me know if y'all agree with it. If y'all don't agree with it, if y'all like the order, if y'all don't like the order, if I'm tripping, if I'm not tripping, if hey, I don't give a fuck. Let a nigga know something. You hear me? A nigga gone. You hear me? Yeah.